is to take out your reading books. We're going to read. I kind of cried when I read the story. It's called My Sister Rita. Okay? We know that not every child or every adult is the same as far as how they think, how they talk, how they walk. You know, in Jesus' time, he healed many disabled people. People that looked different because they were ill, like maybe they were blind and their eyes looked funny, or they couldn't hear and they talked funny. Remember, when you can't hear and you don't know what sounds are like and you don't know how to say words, you just grunt, you go, because you don't know what you're saying. And people had leprosy, their skin would droop and their fingers would fall off. These are people who have disabilities, and some people have disabilities, meaning they have they're not normal. They cannot either walk properly, maybe they're crippled, they were born with a twisted leg, or they developed some kind of a disease that made them crippled. So we have adults who have these problems, of course, because they were children once, and they have trouble even learning. And we call them learning disabled, or having a disability. But that doesn't mean that God does not love them, or their parents don't love them, or their friends don't love them. And what we need to do is to show respect and consideration and love towards people who have special needs. Now, you know, if somebody is blind, you're not going to let them cross the street by themselves. If someone is crippled, you would either help them push their wheelchair or maybe hold on to them so that they could walk better. Well, it's the same thing for people who can't think and read and do things the way we do it, because thank God all of us here are normal. We can take care of ourselves, we can speak, we could read, we could think, and we don't need this little special care that some of these people will need throughout their lives. And the story today is called My Sister Rita. And it's about a boy named Mike who has a sister. And his sister has problems. She is older than he is, and people make fun of her, and they make fun of him too, which is terrible. We don't make fun of people who have problems. We try to help them. So Mike's teacher wants to help her class understand what it is to be different, and to teach them that Jesus loves all the children of the world. We shouldn't just sing, Jesus loves the children of the world, red and yellow, black and white, they are precious in His sight. That's just your skin. But Jesus loves you even if you have a disability. If you can't speak, if you can't hear, if you can't think properly, if you can't read, He loves all of you. All of you. So we're going to read the story. Many of the words in here are repeats. I don't think there's any word that you have not had before, one way or the other, but we will go through them. So let's turn in our book to the first page, which is page 92. My Sister Rita. Okay? Okay, we're going to be talking about being disabled. Dis means not. When you're not able, you're disabled. You're not able to do things the way others can do them. We're going to look at the word know, not N-O, but K-N-O-W. Okay, so we know what the title of the story is, and we see that the chapter heading is Mike's Sister. What's happening here in the picture? This is Mike sitting here by the tree. Does he look happy? Uh-uh. Let's find out why he is not happy. Okay, you could read this very, very quickly. What does Mike want to do? He wants to go home. Okay, we know that. He doesn't seem to be playing with the other boys and girls. And so someone asks him, what's the matter? Okay, let's find out who asked him what was the matter. We're on page 93. Okay. What does Mike say as he looks up? First of all, who's he talking to? Yes, his teacher, Miss Phillips. What does he tell her? Read that sentence, second sentence, or third sentence. He doesn't feel good. You know, sometimes when we do something wrong, and maybe we didn't do our homework, or maybe we can't answer the question, we get stomach aches and we want to go home. I want my mommy. I don't feel good, because we're uncomfortable in the situation. We're uncomfortable. So he's very uncomfortable here because he sees that the children are not playing with him. So the best answer is, I want to go home. That's a safe place. What does the teacher tell him? Look at the next paragraph. She says no, because she knows that he's okay. Physically, he's okay. And she says, what time are they going to go home? 2 o'clock. And then what very important question does she ask him? Have the children been mean? Again. Apparently this is not the first time. Okay, so let's find out, why are the children being mean? Start reading that next paragraph where it says that Mike did not answer. Okay, all right. What is he thinking? He's thinking that he wants to speak to Miss Phillips, but he feels like crying. And he didn't want to act like a baby. I mean, he didn't want to start crying over this. So what is Miss Phillips going to do? How is she going to try to solve this problem about his sister? Because Miss Phillips knows, because she has seen the other kids making fun of the sister. Well, she suggests what? That they speak to his mother, if that's okay. All right. Now, Mike smiled. I know he feels that Miss Phillips likes him and that she wants to help him. And she says that she has a plan. Let's find out what that plan is. Let's turn to page 94. What's the plan? Okay, let's read this page and let's find out about what Miss Phillips wants to do to solve poor Mike's problem. Okay? So they're sitting at a round table, and who can find out what Mike's mother's name is? You have to read the whole page. And it's right near the end. So read the page. Now remember, the word is disabled, meaning not able to function in a normal way. Okay, about the middle of the page, you'll find out what Mike's last name is. Who found it? Yes, it's Mrs. M-R-S period Fitch. Fitch. Okay. So what does Miss Phillips say to the both of them, the mother and to Mike? She says that the children don't know. They don't understand what it means to be disabled. They know that his sister is different. And she wants them to understand that Rita needs love just like any other child. She's God's child, just as they all are God's children. And Mike's mother asks Mike, "You love Rita, don't you, son?" And of course he says, "Yes, because she's my sister. But my friends make fun of her." And then, you know how they make fun of her sometimes? They act like they're disabled too. Isn't that mean, to act the way that person acts, making fun of them? And then they tease him also, you know, saying that he's disabled too, which is really, really sad. And his mother says, "You know, that's not good." And the mother says, "But you know, we know that Rita is something special. She can't do the things we do, but she is special to us." You know, sometimes God gives parents children who are very special to teach us how to love each other. And this is the way Mrs. Fitch feels about her daughter, that this is a special gift from God. It's a child that needs more attention and more love. And fortunately, in that household, they're giving her that love. And Mike wants to show his friends what Rita is really like, and that, you know, she's a human being. She's a little girl, and she needs to have friends, and she needs to know that people like her and love her. So we're going to finish this tomorrow and find out, what does Rita do that might not seem, quote, normal, but how is she very, very special? How is she very special? So I'd like you to do page 131, and then we'll continue tomorrow, and we'll talk about what happens when Rita comes to school. And there's a lovely picture on 95 of Rita. Remember, she's a lot older. She's probably about 5 years older than her brother. And look at the children. Look how maybe they're trying to gossip a little bit about Mike's sister, but you're going to find out something very, very important tomorrow. Don't forget, tomorrow we're going to Zoom. Also, children, I want to remind you that Sunday is Mother's Day. We will not have our Mother's Day banquet. We will not have any arts and crafts to make our moms, but I know at home maybe you could sneak off and make a card for your mother. Say, "I love you, Mom," and maybe list all the things that you love about your mom. Okay, that will be your special assignment, to give Mom a nice card with flowers and birds and bees and ladybugs.